Hey YouTube, this is Ashley Ashlock. I was just going to do a video today regarding the process of starting locs and what you should expect. The first thing you want to do is research. Research. So if you're going to be starting locs, you need to find out the type of maintenance and how you're going to be preparing these locs. If you're going to do it yourself or whether or not you will be going to a shop to have them maintained. If you're going to a shop, you need to take the financial cost into consideration. If you're going to do it yourself, if you're going to interlock, then you need to purchase some type of tool used for interlock. Or you can use gel or oil, palm rolling. It's just you need to find out what type of maintenance you'll be having with your locs. And there are different type of locs. So if you want to freeform, you just wash and go. You start that. You've already started your locking process. Just wash your hair. You can semi-freeform when you start off with either the coil methods or the two-strand twists. It depends on what you're able to do yourself. Being that I've usually do twist out, the two-strand twist was the easiest method for me. If you're freeforming, you're going to want to use some type of initial molding done, like whether it be the coils, two strands twist, and then you're going to just let your hair go. So whether or not you wait weeks or months in between maintenance or you don't maintain at all, that will be your version of how you are semi-freeforming. You can also interlock or you use a tool for your interlocking process. When you're doing your locs, starting off your locs, you have to determine the size and the parts. So you can do diamond parts, you can do regular parts. The larger your parts are, the larger the locs will be. And it also takes into consideration the thickness and density of your hair in its natural state. So if you're going to be parting your hair yourself or either to a shop, I would strongly suggest, if you have any sort of design patterns that you usually like to do with your hair, that you have your hair installed with that sort of pattern. Like for myself, I like my part on the side. I have one on both sides, like so I can have a nice either way, however I switch it off for the day. I have a part in the middle for if I want to do middle styles. I have a part so that it's even on both sides for when I want to do my half up. I have a part going straight across, so also for my half up, and I have a part going straight down the middle in case I want to do like my two ponytails sort of lifestyle. So, and you also want to have your night preparation in mind. You don't want to start your locs and not know how you're going to sleep, because sleeping is important. You want to protect your locs at night to avoid having friction or having any sort of particles that can get in your hair, whether it be from your pillow, bed, just fuzz or anything. And so you can start off with a bonnet depending upon the length of your hair. If your hair is longer, then you might want to invest in a loc sock. So those are different options that you have, or you can get a satin pillow. If you don't sleep too wild, that should be able to work for you. Before you start your locs, you will need to have patience. Patience. And do not expect for your hair to look neat every day. Expect for your hair to have some wild look. Like your hair is, no one has perfect locs. No one on YouTube, no one in real life, no one has a perfect set of locs. You do not want to find yourself in a position where you're over twisting and over manipulating and having doing maintenance on your hair because you want perfect locs twisted 24 hours a day. That's a no-no. That is a no-no, because over the course of time, your locs will get thinner and you will lose edges. And if you do not want that process to happen, you can start preventing it now. Myself, I do not have any issues with my edges, but I do use Jamaican black castor oil. I use it on my edges and on the perimeter of my hair just for as a preventive measure, because I know over the course of time my locks will get thicker and get heavier, and it will create some sort of tension pulling, which is natural over the course of time, and I want to just prevent anything from happening. So when you're having locks, expect for some type of wild look. You will have frizzing, you will have budding. Let me show you an example of what budding is. Let me see, I have one that's like way better. You can see. Okay, so your lock is going to look pregnant. This is normal. This is part of the budding, so expect that. There's nothing wrong with your locks. It's doing what it's supposed to do. It has to thicken up, full up, and frizz out. You're gonna have loose ends. I have loose ends here, so especially the finer your texture is, you will have loose ends. It will take a while. If your hair is coarser, it may seal up quicker, so you want to know all of that going in. So your hair texture, the thickness of your hair, the length of your hair. I do notice that me starting with broad length hair, that it takes my hair longer to lock. You have to just think of it from like I don't know, I guess a scientific version. So if you're like twisting from here, and if your hair is a shorter length, then your hair will start to look like lots, because your locks will form more towards the end. I'm sorry, towards the beginning. The end sort of take a while to seal all the way in. So just be patient, 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 patient. And do not think your hair is not locking fast enough. Don't think your hair is not growing. Don't think your hair is not thickening. You need to have patience. And I strongly suggest that even if you are not putting your journey on YouTube, that you keep pictures for yourself, because you're going to be at a point where you feel as if nothing is happening. Your hair is at a standstill. And if you can go to those pictures or a video and you can compare the difference, and you're like, you know what? This is doing something. Like, it makes you stay on the journey. You need those pictures and those memories of where you came from to show you where you're at and how far you have to go. So just be patient. Don't compare yourself. This is an individual journey. No two heads are the same. No two locks are the same. Even on the same head, you're going to have two different, like no two locks are the same. Locks are like a fingerprint. No two are the same. So if you go in this journey with your head stuck on being identical to someone else's journey, you will get discouraged. You will not want to keep going, and you will just, the lock journey needs to be an individual journey. It needs to be for you. You can't do this for someone else, because at the end of the day, you have to look at yourself every day. You have to know, mentally prepare yourself for the different stages, and that everyone's not going to like the journey that you're on. Everyone's not going to understand the journey that you're on. So you just need to know that this is for you. You're happy about this journey, and be patient, patient, patient. And just wanted to check in and let you know, start your research, get your mind right, and lock up. Okay, this is Ashley Ashlock. Have a nice evening. Bye.